All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
General West. Ready.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
15-1.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go. Charlie, 64, weak. Shoot.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
10 yards. 2nd and inches.
2nd down and inches. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Eckler. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Jack 15. 52. Watch the screen.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Let's go.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
At the Chargers 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. Roethlisberger keeps it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready? 10-2 start. Watch the run. Check till you get it.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
180. Let's go, D. Jack 16. Take both of them. Go.
Roethlisberger. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A big play there for L.A. 45 yards on the ground.
Under 10. 10. Ready?
First down, and they stick with Eckler. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Get up. You gonna take 3. 285.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Ready?
And the Chargers, first down.
Hey. 4 down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Check. 2.
Now Eckler. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 19-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Here we go on second and 12. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 28-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second and 9, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Pull it together. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
2nd and 3. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
I got you. I got you. 56. Mike, 56. Right
now it's Roethlisberger. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Come on, set. Protein spill. 50, plant. Record. Ready.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. You 2.
Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Haywood. I don't think you got it, son. No. Check that. We're going to Mike 2. No spacing. Get ready.
And the blitz does come. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
Here we go.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Go! Tight dog.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. It's Eckler again. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Set, ready, 18 Gator. 54. Mike, 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Ty Long now, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now they try the right side here. They find some open field here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Squeeze.
It's a game of 2.
Watch
Brings us 3rd and 3.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the double. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Focus, defense. Get it.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Sam off.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, Steve. Ready?
They'll try the right side with Eckler. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
70, Indy.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
You
2nd
draw
and
purple.
9 at the Steelers' 30-yard line.
5.
Once more, here's Eckler. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey! Rock it. 54, Mike, 52.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Go!
From the gun, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
That just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Door out. Look at me. Door. Slam.
On 4th down, Herbert. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. The intended receiver there, Allen. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Black 20, 50. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Alert, alert. Jack. He's crashing. He's checking crash. No spacing. He's mine, he's mine, he's mine.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And Boswell's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Hey, exit. Go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Go on. 54. Coming. Hatch it. Hit it.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Right here. 56 to Mike.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
61, match box, lights. Hey, high 7. Sponge. Hey, lock it. Shift. Hey. Go get him. Defense.
On first down, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Go. Leo.
Back to throw. Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here is Eckler. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Alert.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. 40. Solid, 5 down. I know he ain't got it. Kill.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
26, Chargers 14.
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Start! 180! Hey, come on now, come on now! Black the turn!
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Hey, Delta! 22! Kill. You good? Wide. Get wide. King. Flag.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Mike, 55. Right, Econ, 132 fight. Hey, Rimley. Kill. 15. Kill. Turn up. Attack.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Yellow. Here we go. 80 weapon.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
High 7, let's go.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, busting through to get him for a loss of 6. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
McCaffrey. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a run with Cook, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 67 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
He finds an opening past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there out of Cook. 51 yards. A great run here in the first, and I think we know one guy who wants a trip to that Super Bowl.
And the way his team is reacting, the way they're blocking for him, they want to go along with him, don't they?
Absolutely. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Easy, easy. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. No spacing.
Now Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 26-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
230. Hey, watch it, watch it. Watch twist. Hey.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Bravo. 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Middle.
There's Roethlisberger to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike 4, I'm coming after you.
2nd down and goal. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chris Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Single slot. Hey, 57 colors. Easy. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
Hey, 57, 57.
From the 25 on second down, Mahomes being chased out left. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Steelers take over first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Cook running right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Juan Thornhill on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53.
Check, 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 check.
Jack 16.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Let him know, let him know. Like 22, Mike. Hey, watch his slant, watch his slant.
Easy, easy.
Watch his slant. 36, 36.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it. Cook. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow. 15.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check. Check.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Keenan Allen, 43 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short.
The Steelers take over the first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Chris Jones on the stop.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Show that bench release and go.
922, he's coming.
Hey, Haywood.
Take me up. Here we go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Hey, check.
Take 2 of them.
Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
8.
922, he's coming. 22.
Help out.
Hey, let's get this. Jazz, my jazz.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is,
well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. T.J. Watt gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
they need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, rip list. Swap.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Yellow.
I got it. Check 3.
Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
ready?
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight left.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Watch the block, motion, block. Check. Fresno.
Double bump.
Like 22, he's coming.
Here's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Set. White 80.
Here I come. Check 13. Watch twins. Check 37.
One day. On
1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got 3 down. Mike 4. Here we go.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 8 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the pass.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80.
3 buzz.
Hey, Sunday. Hey, color.
Mike's 50. Yeah.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 28.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a handoff here to his running back. Open space inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Second down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Easy, easy.
Switch.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Strip the ball. Smooth. Mike Ford, you ain't going nowhere.
No spacing.
Mike Ford. All day, dog.
Black and green.
Now Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mike Ford.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Mike 22, Mike 22. Check.
44. Double. Heat these two.
Check.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 22. Watch the out.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
77.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike 22.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Yellow. That's a long light.
56. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.